Okay, so we're going to measure some Ajvar today. So Ajvar is a little thicker than things like ketchups and sauces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out a sample of this and I'll put it down to here. So I've kind of got a sample down here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and I am going to put 4 drops of what we call buffer next to it. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take 1 volume of the Ajvar and I'm trying to add 4 volumes next to it of buffer. So I'm looking at the sizes, and you can do the same yourself. You can look at the sort of right. So what I'm going to do now is I'll take those volumes that I've got 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. Little drop on there, little drop on there, little drop on there, little drop on there. I'll go back and collect the rest of this. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to homogenize this. I'll break it up a little bit. You can almost immediately see that there's a lot more hotness in a sample like this. It's very opaque, very cloudy. That sort of tells you that you've kind of broken the sample up quite well. Right, now what I'm going to do, the more times you do this, the more times you will have extracted. There's a molecule in here called capsaicin, and you'll be better at extracting it. But I'll say that I've done that for 30 seconds now, which I might have actually done it for a bit more. And I'll put it onto the sensor. If you look at other videos we've done, you can't see the sensor this time, but it's, in previous videos you will have seen that we've what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the measurement. My colleague tells me it counts as the paste. We've done a 1:4 dilution. I'll start the test. And now this is the most boring bit. You can go off and make a cup of tea or a cup of coffee at this point. And what happens is it takes approximately sort of 60 seconds. Now what it's doing is tracking across there. Whilst it's doing that, it's analysing the sample on the sensor, and then it'll come back and give us what's called the Scoville heat units, which is a measurement of how hot it is. We were doing some sauces earlier on, and they were coming back at approximately 700 Scoville heat units, which is fine. They were tomato sauces, let's say. And then let's see what this one comes back at. Right, so it's come back at 2005 Scoville heat units. I mean, it's kind of more or less perfect. It's much 4 times the heatness of the sauces we're looking at. But yeah, it's come back and sort of said, I'm a fairly hot, let's say, Ajvar. Okay, I hope that helps.